Joey Adams was a bright and imaginative 10-year-old boy who faced life with great courage. Living with cerebral palsy, he encountered challenges that many of his peers did not. Despite these obstacles, Joey never let them dampen his spirit or enthusiasm for life. He was known for his infectious smile and laughter, which could light up any room. Every day at school, Joey would roll into class in his wheelchair, ready to learn and share stories with his friends. His determination was evident in everything he did, whether it was participating in school projects or simply trying to keep up with the other kids during recess. Joey approached each moment with bravery. He had a remarkable ability to find joy even when things were tough. Joey loved watching movies, especially the classic films starring Humphrey Bogart. To him, Bogart embodied a kind of bravery and strength that he admired deeply. Joey often imagined himself as a hero in those stories, dreaming of being brave like Bogart. This admiration inspired him to reach out to the famous actor, leading him to write a heartfelt letter expressing his feelings. In that letter, Joey shared his struggles but also conveyed what bravery meant to him. He hoped that one day he could be as courageous as the characters Bogart portrayed on screen. Little did he know that his words would soon touch the heart of the man he looked up to so much. Joey's story is not just about living with a disability, it's about the strength of spirit and the power of dreams. His journey reflects how we can all find inspiration in unexpected places and how kindness can make a big difference in someone's life. As we delve deeper into this incredible tale, we will see how Joey's bravery connects him to his idol in a way he could have never imagined. Joey's admiration for Humphrey Bogart went beyond just enjoying his films. It was rooted in a deeper understanding of what bravery meant to him. To Joey, Bogart was more than a movie star. He represented strength and resilience. The characters Bogart portrayed often showed great courage in the face of danger and adversity, qualities that resonated with Joey as he navigated his own challenges. Watching movies like Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon, Joey was captivated by the way Bogart's characters faced their fears head-on, no matter the odds stacked against them. This bravery inspired Joey to dream of being strong and fearless, even when confronting difficulties like his own disability. He admired how Bogart could command a scene with his presence, making it seem effortless, and wished to embody that same courage in his own life. For Joey, bravado was not merely about physical strength but also about having the heart to keep moving forward despite obstacles. When he saw Bogart's characters standing up for what was right or fighting for love and friendship, it ignited a spark within him. He felt that if Bogart could be brave on screen, perhaps he could also be brave in his everyday life. Joey learned that courage could come in many forms: standing up for oneself, taking risks, or even expressing one's feelings. Writing that letter to Bogart was a brave act in itself, reflecting his desire to connect with someone who inspired him so profoundly. Through this admiration, Joey found not only a hero but also a guiding light that pushed him to confront his struggles with hope and determination. As he looked up to Bogart, Joey felt empowered to pursue his dreams and embraced the spirit of bravery that resonated deeply within him. One sunny afternoon, Joey sat at his desk, feeling inspired as he thought about Humphrey Bogart and the courage he displayed in his films. With a pencil in hand and a wide-ruled notebook open before him, Joey began to write a letter that would reflect his heart's deepest wishes. He carefully crafted each sentence, pouring out his feelings onto the page. "Dear Mr. Bogart," he wrote, "I hope you are doing well. My name is Joey, and I am 10 years old. I really like your movies, especially the ones where you are brave." As he wrote, Joey thought about how much he admired Bogart's characters for standing tall in difficult situations, even when the odds were against them. Joey went on to share his own challenges living with cerebral palsy. "Sometimes it's hard for me to do things that other kids can do easily," he admitted. "But I want to be brave like you. I want to face my challenges and not be scared." He expressed his hope of one day being strong enough to overcome obstacles with the same bravery he saw in Bogart's characters. With every word, Joey felt a sense of relief and excitement. It was almost as if he was sending a piece of his spirit along with the letter. He ended with, "Thank you for being my hero," and signed it with a big smiley face. After sealing it in an envelope addressed to Bogart, Joey felt proud of what he had written. This letter was more than just words, it was a testament to Joey's dreams and aspirations. He hoped it would reach his idol and maybe inspire a connection that could brighten his days just as Bogart's films had brightened his life. Little did Joey know that this simple act of writing would soon lead to an incredible surprise that would change everything for him. Weeks passed after Joey sent his letter to Humphrey Bogart, and life at school continued as usual. Joey often daydreamed about the actor, imagining what it would be like to meet him. His heart raced with excitement each time he heard a rumor about a celebrity visiting nearby, but nothing ever came of it. However, one ordinary morning, the air buzzed with something special. As Joey wheeled into the school cafeteria for lunch, he noticed a group of teachers huddled together in whispers. Their eyes sparkled with excitement, and when they spotted Joey, they quickly approached him. "Joey," one of them said with a grin, "we have some amazing news. Humphrey Bogart is coming to our school." Joey's mouth dropped open in disbelief. He could hardly comprehend those words. It felt like a dream come true, a chance to meet the man who inspired him so deeply. The news spread like wildfire among his classmates, and soon the cafeteria was filled with chatter and giggles as everyone shared their thoughts on the upcoming visit. "Do you think he'll sit with us?" one classmate asked eagerly. "What will you ask him?" another chimed in. Joey's heart raced as he thought about all the questions he wanted to ask Bogart. He imagined sitting beside him, sharing stories over lunch just like he had written in his letter. The anticipation grew each day leading up to the visit. Teachers planned special activities to celebrate Bogart's arrival, and students discussed their favorite movies featuring him. For Joey, this was more than just a celebrity visit. It was a chance to connect with someone who understood bravery and courage, someone who could inspire him even more than before. As the date approached, Joey felt a mix of nerves and excitement that made every moment feel precious. He knew this experience could change everything for him, and he couldn't wait to see what would happen next. The day finally arrived, and excitement filled the air at Joey's school. It was a bright morning, and students buzzed with energy in anticipation of meeting their hero. As Joey wheeled into the cafeteria for lunch, his heart raced with both nerves and joy. He could hardly believe that Humphrey Bogart would soon be walking through those doors. Suddenly, the noise faded as the cafeteria doors swung open, and time seemed to slow down. There stood Bogart, tall and charismatic, a broad smile on his face. Joey's breath caught in his throat. Seeing his idol in person felt surreal. The moment felt like a scene from one of Bogart's movies, both thrilling and magical. Joey watched as Bogart moved through the crowd, shaking hands and greeting students who were just as awestruck as he was. His classmates cheered and jumped with excitement, but all Joey could do was stare. He felt a mix of disbelief and overwhelming happiness. This was really happening. When Bogart approached Joey, his smile widened. "Hey there!" he said warmly, kneeling so he could meet Joey's eyes directly. "Is this seat taken?" Without waiting for an answer, he sat down beside him at the lunch table. For Joey, it was like the whole world disappeared. Nothing else mattered in that moment. As they began to talk, Joey realized he was no longer just dreaming about bravery. He was sitting next to it. The actors shared stories about his films and friendly advice that made Joey feel special. Thoughts raced through his mind. He wanted to share everything. His own challenges, his aspirations to be brave, but all that came out was a big grin that stretched across his face. That day in the lunchroom was unforgettable for everyone, especially for Joey, whose heart never felt fuller. Teachers watched in amazement as Joey's smile shined brighter than ever before. In that precious moment with Bogart, genuine inspiration danced around them, and Joey knew he'd treasure this experience forever. The lunchroom was alive with energy, unlike anything Joey had ever experienced. As Humphrey Bogart settled in beside him, the chatter among the students faded into a soft hum, leaving only the sound of excited whispers and laughter. The sight of their movie star hero made everyone feel as if they were part of something special, a moment that would be talked about for years to come. Joey glanced around and saw wide-eyed classmates leaning in with eager expressions, some even trying to catch a glimpse of Bogart from across the table. The air buzzed with excitement, and it felt like every student was holding their breath, waiting for something magical to unfold. Joey's heart raced as he realized he was the center of this extraordinary moment. As Bogart began sharing stories about his most famous films, his voice filled the room with warmth and charm. He spoke about making movies and what it was like to face challenges on set. Each tale was punctuated by laughter from Joey and the other kids, who hung on to every word. They could hardly believe they were sharing lunch with a legend. Joey felt an overwhelming sense of joy. Sitting next to Bogart made him feel brave just by association. The actor's friendly demeanor put him at ease, allowing Joey to ask questions without fear. "What was it like to work with all those famous actors?" he asked, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. Bogart smiled and leaned closer, replying with a twinkle in his eye as he shared tales of camaraderie and friendship behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Joey's teachers watched in awe as his smile grew brighter than ever before. They could see how this encounter lit a fire within him. In that lunchroom filled with laughter and wonder, time seemed to stand still for Joey. Surrounded by friends and his idol, he savored each moment, knowing that this experience would forever remain etched in his memory as a highlight of his young life. As Bogart settled into the lunchroom atmosphere, he leaned closer to Joey and the other students, ensuring that everyone felt part of the moment. With a warm smile, he began to share stories from his time making films. The room fell silent as the children listened intently, captivated by their heroes' tales. "Did I ever tell you about the time I filmed a scene in a rainstorm?" Bogart started, his eyes twinkling with nostalgia. "We were all drenched, but it made for some of the best moments on camera. There was something magical about working together under those conditions." He animatedly described how he and his co-stars laughed and joked between takes, showing that even in tough situations, camaraderie could shine through. Joey's imagination soared as he envisioned Bogart in the middle of a downpour, turning a challenging moment into something fun. The students giggled at his expression and contagious enthusiasm, feeling inspired by the actor's ability to find joy in any circumstance. Bogart continued with another story about filming Casablanca. He spoke fondly of his co-star Ingrid Bergman, describing her talent and kindness behind the scenes. "She had this amazing ability to make everyone feel like they were part of something special," he recalled. "It taught me that teamwork is essential. It's not just about one person shining bright." Each story was filled with lessons wrapped in humor and warmth, resonating deeply with Joey and his classmates. They realized that Bogart wasn't just an actor, he was someone who valued friendship and bravery both on and off screen. As he shared anecdotes filled with laughter and heartwarming moments, Bogart created an atmosphere of inclusion. Every student felt like they were part of a grand adventure, drawn into stories that made them dream big. For Joey, sitting beside his idol and listening to these stories transformed an ordinary lunch into an extraordinary experience, one where bravery wasn't just a trait but something everyone could aspire to embody in their own lives. As the lunchroom buzzed with laughter and excitement, Joey's face lit up brighter than ever before. His smile was wide and radiant, showcasing pure joy as he exchanged stories with Humphrey Bogart. This was a moment he had only dreamed of, and now it was unfolding right before his eyes. Every time Bogart spoke, Joey couldn't help but beam with happiness. He leaned forward in his chair, hanging on to every word as if they were precious gems. His eyes sparkled with enthusiasm, reflecting the joy he felt in connecting with his idol. In that instant, Joey felt a sense of bravery welling up inside him, a powerful feeling that he could achieve anything he set his mind to. Teachers observing the scene couldn't help but smile at the transformation happening before them. They saw how Joey's infectious happiness spread throughout the room, inspiring not just himself but also his classmates. His laughter rang out, joining in the chorus of giggles and cheers, making it clear just how much this encounter meant to him. When Bogart shared a particularly funny story about a chaotic film shoot, Joey erupted into laughter, his grin stretching from ear to ear. It was a moment of pure joy, one that erased any worries or challenges he faced outside of this extraordinary day. In those fleeting moments, Joey felt truly seen and appreciated, not just as a fan but as a courageous boy ready to embrace life. As they chatted and enjoyed lunch together, Joey's heart swelled with pride. He knew this experience was more than just meeting a movie star. It was about feeling inspired and empowered to be brave in his own life. His smile was brighter than ever, illuminating the lunchroom and leaving a lasting impression on everyone present. For Joey, this day would remain a dazzling memory, a reminder that dreams can come true and that bravery can emerge from unexpected encounters. The impact of Humphrey Bogart's visit rippled through the lunchroom and beyond, leaving a lasting impression on Joey and his classmates. For Joey, the encounter was transformative. He gained newfound confidence from being acknowledged by his idol. With every word Bogart shared, Joey's bravery seemed to bloom, filling him with a sense of possibility. He realized that if someone as brave and kind as Bogart could inspire him, he could also find the courage to face his own challenges with greater resolve. As Joey's confidence grew, so did his peers' admiration for him. They witnessed firsthand how someone they admired not only engaged with Joey but treated him with genuine warmth and respect. This act of kindness opened their eyes to the importance of compassion and understanding toward others, especially those who might be navigating their own struggles. Classmates who had always seen Joey as the boy in the wheelchair began to see him differently, as a source of inspiration. During breaks and after school, they approached Joey more often, eager to include him in games or discussions. They asked more about his favorite movies and wanted to learn about what he loved about them. His experiences with Bogart inspired conversations among the students that centered on bravery and friendship. Teachers noticed how inclusive the atmosphere became following the visit. The joyful energy in the lunchroom carried through school corridors, fostering a spirit of camaraderie. Joey was no longer just a classmate. He had transformed into a beacon of courage that brought everyone together. In encouraging one another to embrace their own dreams and bravely pursue them, the students learned valuable lessons from Bogart's visit, lessons about kindness, support, and looking beyond challenges to see each other's potential. This extraordinary experience undoubtedly changed not just Joey's outlook on life but also created deeper bonds among friends who felt inspired to uplift one another moving forward. The visit from Humphrey Bogart was more than just a memorable moment for Joey. It marked a turning point in his young life. For Joey, who had faced many hurdles due to cerebral palsy, this encounter became a source of strength and inspiration. He realized that someone he admired deeply saw him as more than just the boy in the wheelchair. Instead, Bogart treated him with respect and kindness, showing Joey that bravery isn't merely about conquering physical challenges but also about uplifting others through compassion. The experience left a lasting impression on Joey and his classmates. Witnessing firsthand how easily Bogart engaged with everyone, including Joey, opened their eyes to the importance of kindness and support. This meeting sparked conversations about empathy and courage among the students, encouraging them to be more understanding and inclusive. Joey's radiant smile during the lunchroom visit exemplified how powerful acts of kindness can be in a child's life. His joy wasn't just about meeting a movie star, it was about feeling valued and understood. The impact of this experience reinforced the idea that everyone has the potential to be brave and to inspire others, regardless of their circumstances. As days turned into weeks, the lessons learned from Bogart's visit continued to echo through Joey's school. His classmates began embracing their own uniqueness while also uplifting Joey, helping him feel like an integral part of their group. The bonds formed during this time instilled a refreshing sense of togetherness and hope among the students. Ultimately, Joey's encounter with Bogart served as a reminder that we all have the power to positively influence one another through simple acts of kindness. It encouraged bravery not only within Joey but also among his peers, shaping them into a generation that understands the significance of compassion in overcoming life's challenges. This extraordinary day with Bogart will forever remain in their hearts, an inspiring chapter of their lives that exemplifies how moments of genuine connection can spark a lifetime of courage and encouragement.